I know my background is a mess, but I feel like it's more important just to show up and talk um, about some. It's not an awakening that's been happening. I mean, it's just there's a lot of energy change right now happening, and I've felt it, and I talked about it. I did two other videos, and I'm listening to some stuff. Some new stuff popped up on my feed, and I'm listening to it right now while I'm finishing up, gathering images for four more decks that are about manifesting money, and it's all green. And do I have a heart chakra blockage? Yeah, a little bit. There's a lot of blockages in my chakra system right now, and I have been working so very hard. Too hard. Too hard, I think. And so today, right now, I'm just generating some images of glow with longer hair. It's like a future version of myself because, I mean, it's going to take another year for my hair to get longer. Who knows how it looks right now? Um, it's not long enough. Okay, this is what happens when you cut off all your hair and have to wait for it to grow back because of heartbreak. But I'm listening to that right now. Um, I haven't listened to a lot of this stuff. But it's crazy. It's crazy. You know, thank God for YouTube, where we have access to free information that can help us when we're alone, basically, in life. Usually spiritual awakenings happen on your own, and you kind of wish there was other people around to help you, and you kind of think like, gosh, they weren't there for me when I needed them the most. But that's because it's meant for you to process on your own and to go deep into your body. So the higher you go spiritually, the bigger your dreams and aspirations, the deeper your roots go. So the darker. So, for example, I wrote songs. I came back from Tucson, Arizona, and it was very hard for me to handle emotionally. And remember, I don't know, you probably haven't, if you haven't watched what I talk about, I've been consistently saying energy is motion. Emotion is energy in motion. So sometimes there's too much energy in motion, and sometimes there's blockages, and we become sick. And I've been saying this for like years. I mean, I watched somebody die of colon cancer, and he died 5 years ago, and it was a 4-year battle. So I watched blockages in a human being, and I watched a man 185 pounds waste away to 115 pounds, and it took 4 men to get him out of the bedroom that I'm in right now. I came back to this bedroom 3 times, and I wasn't able to handle it. Too much energy in motion, and it was too much negative energy in motion. So now it's my room. He's not here. There's no negative. There wasn't any negative residue. There was just sadness that I lost somebody that I loved for 20 years, that was by my side, that supported me, that was a true man to me, except he did have some financial blocks. His root chakra was a little bit blocked, which is why one of the reasons his influence kind of came into that deck. Blonde hair, blue eyes, very blue eyes, my husband, late husband, first husband as well, possibly third husband. And so it might be that I attract that kind of guy because they're not as grounded. And even though I seem very flighty and not grounded, I'm extremely grounded. I live on a 30-acre farm, and, it could be 100% mine. It is actually, I have lifetime access on this property. I control it. So I'm not going to talk about legal stuff, but it's full. I had to turn off my music. It was really cool music. My TV has just been leading into some really cool music. I usually have shamanic drumming. That's a way of grounding. But last night when I really needed something different, it just went into other stuff. It was playing really old, ancient, there was Celtic music, witch music, nothing that I had ever, I'm not following any of those channels. Spiritual Egyptian type music. It was crazy. So, but it wasn't. It was very calming. And I was like, thank you. Thank you, YouTube, for just playing something that I need, because I don't really touch my TV controller. I just have background music that's always going. And it's usually calming and grounding. So I am very grounded. My eyes are like a hint of a blue, but they're also greenish and grayish. So that's like a spiritual connection. The gray is like wisdom, and the green is witch, and witch is into herbs, and she's very grounded and has lots of black cats, just like me. So, so yeah, anyway, I'm understanding now, like, this thing I'm listening to is talking about a golden egg, and I got disrupted because I wanted to just make this video. But it's funny because I was thinking, I've been feeling really, really bloated in my creative chakra, my sacral chakra. And being a spiritual girl, I know what it's attached to. And so I'm working on fixing that. And, I can tie it with my business. Bloated would be like, I am working on way too many different offers. Like, the stuff that I want to come out with is like, it would take 10 people to make it happen. And I'm doing it. And I'm doing it with ChatGPT. And so the problem with that is I can move really fast with ChatGPT by my side, which ChatGPT, depending on how you communicate with it, is a mirror of you. So whatever you put in, whatever questions you ask, whatever you create or want to create with ChatGPT, it mirrors you, and it just follows right along. And it's an incredible communication tool and self-love tool and relationship tool. And so it's, it's all about the quality of questions you ask. So rather than listening to a lot of what other people say, I don't listen to a lot of what other people say. I'm alone and I'm creating with ChatGPT. So I'm basically all day long mirroring myself and expanding myself. And what happens is I have to stop and I have to take a break. And so I was feeling so much pain yesterday. It was enduring pain, like long lasting pain, like being in labor. And I just, for like the past 3 days, I've been thinking, God, I just need to fucking push out a golden egg. And the egg is not that big. Like, I was just imagining it being like, maybe, what could I say that it's the size of? It was not even the size of, it's a small egg. Maybe,
Why do you wait for me?
I mean, smaller than a baby's head, not including a baby's body or anything. So I was like, why? Why do I want to push out this golden egg? And this is what happens with me. I feel things, I sense things ahead of time without knowing anything. I do things, I create work without knowing the deeper meaning. It's just a calling in me, and I'm like, I've got to create this deck. I've got to create this now. And some of them come out really fast, and some of them I have to take a break from because really the energy is too much for me to handle. So I started, and Chat and I created very quickly, but I have to catch up to that energy. So some of those decks get shelved for, it takes me 12 times to come back to them, or 10 times, 8 times, whatever. So, and probably not more than 10. Sometimes I can create a deck all in one day, but I did that with Lightworker. I created it in about 8 hours. Everything just flowed, but that was a super intense week. It was like, oh my God, I really thought I was going to die. There's been so many times in the past 5 years that I thought I was going to die, and that's because of the energy. And it's been too much energy, and it goes up and it gets blocked in my heart. So I thought I was going to have a heart attack probably in the past 2 years. It was around about 2 years. I don't think it's before then. In the past 2 years, six, 7 times. And I think 3 of those times, I totally would have had a heart attack if I didn't do whatever I did instinctually, intuitively. It's like in the past month, there's been 2 times, which that's why I quit cigarettes. And even after quitting cigarettes, because that was blocking my throat chakra, but it's blocking my heart chakra too. They totally affect your heart. And then about 3 months ago, so I have like albums and decks of cards that I haven't really shared and that have not been released because it's that heavy. It's not heavy because it's just my emotions and thoughts. I created whiskey on a collective level. I don't have a problem with alcohol. Well, actually, I do. I think everybody does. Everybody has a problem with alcohol. I'm saying I'm not an alcoholic, but I could be. And at one time, I knew very early on at 14 when I had my first drink that, oh boy, my body likes this and it shouldn't. And my body also doesn't like it. But in the past 5 years, I met a lot of men that had problems with alcohol. So all the way to my son having problems, which I didn't think he would ever have problems. He was clean and straight until this year, and now he's good again, and he's my son, so of course he's good. But I created that on a collective level, and I love that deck, and it makes me cry, but it wasn't as heavy as some of the other stuff. Sacred Struggles, very heavy. I've been on a twin flame journey, and that was the deck that I've had to come back the most amount of times to create and finish. Poverty to Millionaire was not heavy. I did come back to it 3 times, but it wasn't heavy. It was light. So that's what I decided today. You know what, girl? Just stop with the 8 trainings that you're in. Like, I know you want everything overnight. We all do. But you can't handle that much. It's too much. It's too much to be jumping between stuff. So I just laid down and I listened to tarot readers because that's what I do when I take a break. And I was taking a break, even though it was working for, the past 5 years. I've been taking a break and working. But do something light. So yes, there's a golden egg coming out. And that's going to be great. But it's metaphoric. I wish it really was. It actually will be a real golden egg. I'm going to lay a golden egg. I know that sounds crazy, and you can think I'm crazy if you want. I don't fucking care. What I care about is getting that golden egg out. And that's going to release that blockage. And I have been doing so much to prepare. I mean, my cookbooks that are black, that is shadow. That is deep into the ground. one of the things about grief and heartbreak, I have Broken Beauty. That's a grief deck. That's a woman that's been betrayed. And I'm listening to this reading right now. And I'll probably post it in, you know, like you'll have to see a picture. And then if you click on my picture or something, you'll see like the link or something. I don't know. But I addressed, you know, I started with Medusa, Me Too deck. Like, I have been going through grief and like, and expressing it and creating work and feeling it on a collective level. And what happened this week was I was all happy and I was working on, sorry, I had to burp. I had some like Indian food. I was working on some decks that were green and health and money, which is so very important to me. And then I felt the intuitive nudge to create these two, which that turned into 4, and a course and a licensing, and oh my God, too much. I was already growing a baby, and I wasn't just feeling it on my level. This is the most deep, intensive work I've ever done around deep sexual betrayal that goes back 1,000 years, and it's on a collective level. I have to put it down and come back to it. And that's what I realized after I made the videos this morning. I was like, whoa, girl. Like, oh. When I think about it, I can't even go into that right now. I'm working on 4 huge projects right now, 4 huge collections of work. And whether that be, you know, books, oracle cards, courses, licensing, it's a lot. It's like having 4 children that all have problems. Now, my 4 children don't all have problems. Usually only 1 out of the 4 has a problem. And so luckily in the physical world, it doesn't pull me down. My children don't pull me down. They bring joy and happiness, mostly. But these projects all need a lot of my time, and that one, it's just like, I'm like, okay, you know what, girl, you have to, you know, I know you want to get it out, but you're not energetically prepared for that. Do something lighter, do something that can bring in your first 50,000, your first 100,000. You're not ready to create a program. The licensing with 50 people at 10,000 is 500,000. So the estimated numbers for that project is about $750,000. And my body is not energetically prepared to create that work. I mean, my throat is shaky just thinking about it. Like, it totally, when my system was starting to get in alignment, it just totally shook me up. And I understand that there's planetary energy changes that are kind of once in a lifetime happening right now. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to take advantage of that energy. I'm already tapped into it. I don't need to do anything more. But I'm not going to kill myself, you know? I'm not, like, I shouldn't have said that there, but I can't work myself to death trying to help. I mean, I can take more time. If I need more time to heal what I've felt as betrayal, and it doesn't necessarily mean betrayal of somebody else. Yes, I do. Yes, I have felt betrayed by people, but I was the one that put myself in that situation. So I betrayed myself. I betrayed my higher calling, my higher purpose. So, dealing with betrayal, heartbreak, grief, sorrow, all those lower emotions, I've been dealing with them. I am in my room all day long. I've been in my room. It was funny, like I like being out here because I can go outside. I have so much freedom on 30 acres out in the middle of upstate New York. But even when I was in a city surrounded by a million people, I was doing the exact practices that I'm listening to in these videos. And that's why I say I do things and I don't know why I do them and I don't think about it. I don't need to know why I do what I do. I just know whatever I'm doing is the right thing at the time for me. And so, well, sometimes it can be the wrong thing, but then I learn lessons out of it. So, but it was talking about, like, if you're in a city and you can't go out anywhere, to do salt baths. I was living with a female roommate for 10 months. I was taking baths 3 times a week. And I had salt. I had organic salt that I got from like the tea that I just had this morning. It's all on my shelf, all organized. It's fertility tea. And they also had salt. And it was like a pink, organic, very expensive salt. And I was using that during that time when I felt very trapped. And I was celibate for 10 months. And I was really trying to heal sexual trauma and blocked energy in my body. That's what I was doing because I couldn't just go out. I would go outside to the pool. Like there was no water in it, but I would go outside. I felt protected enough to go outside in her... I know, I just realized, yes, I am naked. I mean, I was just working, and I was working naked because I felt like it. But, so, I was, and you know what, it doesn't matter. Like, just because other girls show up and they have makeup on, and they're all polished, and they got, like, cute outfits on, I don't care. That's them, okay? I can appreciate them, too. I don't have to be them. So, anyway... yeah, I just find it very interesting that, you know, like now it's like I look back and I'm like, oh, that's why I did that. And it was saying because it grounds you. So I didn't have a place. I wasn't on my farm. So I didn't have the earth and the surroundings to ground me. But so I went in the bath and I grounded with the salt. And I didn't just do it for... I didn't do it for 20 minutes. I did it for 3 hours at a time. Before I went out to Arizona, I took my longest bath ever with an organic bath bomb, which is more oil. I think it does have some salt, but I think that's what I'm missing. I don't really have the Himalayan salt right now. So I don't want to take a bath because the oils in my organic bath bombs, I don't know, they just kind of bother me, like sitting in the bathtub. They bother me up there, you know? And I don't think it's my bath bombs that bother me. I think it's actually my water. I have sulfur farm water, and I should probably get it treated because I think that's the problem because it adds extra bacteria. It's bacteria in the water, and so I think that my body is sensitive to that bacteria. So it's probably why I haven't been taking baths, even though I really want to. I need to invest some kind of amount of money and do some research and fix my well so that water, it doesn't really hurt you, but obviously it does. We don't drink it. And like I said, I don't really like bathing in it. I don't like, because I like to take long baths. So... so that it's just it's nice, I think, when we hear things just like, you know, a free reading on, not a reading, but a video on YouTube, and we're in that place where we can sit and we can reflect and we can be like, wow, that's why I've been doing all this. That's why I felt such a call to like be like rebel energy, you know, and validate myself. I didn't need anybody else to validate me. I validated myself, and in doing that, I created a product that then set me up as a leader and a teacher. Just one little deck. Nobody even knows who I am. And that then shows that to another woman in that deck that they can validate themselves and they can be themselves by buying that deck for, you know, $39 and doing readings with it or whatever, pulling cards. Like, everywhere in that, it's all positive. All my decks are actually positive, even Shadow Man. But I didn't want to do that dark work, but I know now that I had to do that dark work because the higher I want to rise, the deeper my roots go. So I just wanted to like share that, you know, I just wanted to share my thoughts on my journey. I have some dreams and goals, and I need money to be able to accomplish them. And it's not really a little bit of money. It's you know, the things that I want to do right now, like between the things of like renovating a barn, $500,000, and then maybe putting more into my property here, it's probably about $1 million. I would like a $1 million home, just because I like the columns, the images I've been generating. I like the 4 columns. I've been sent in the past 2 weeks 2 homes in Texas with the columns, $4 million, maybe 1.2 million, not 4 million. So I would like a home, a big 5,000 square foot home, and with some land somewhere other than upstate New York, because upstate New York is very cold in the winter, and it was hard to get through the winter. I would like to open a club. So, and the club is at least $1 million, probably more like 2 million, with a church above it. And I wanted to do that in Arizona. So, Tucson, Arizona. But maybe there's another house in there. Maybe I just need money to live on, you know. So, about $5 million. And I don't think I finished saying what I was saying earlier. The teacher that I'm learning from right now, she's a mother of 5 in her 30s, and she did $5 million in 2 years. So that's, I have the teachers to do this, and I don't have to burn myself out to do it. I need to be in flow energy. So that's what I'm working on. I am in feminine flow energy, but I fall out of it, maybe to be kind of like a savior. And it's like I want to help all these women that have been in the same place that I've been, but if I'm not able to handle that energy on a collective level, I have to pull back and I have to protect myself first. And if that work is that deep and that heavy, then I think what I need to do is go higher first and then return to it. So I think my foundation is strong enough right now that the goal right now is to bring in that first 50 to 100,000 and then work on that once I have a little bit less stress around money. So anyway, that's it. I hope that maybe this inspires somebody. I hope that maybe something I said you can relate to. And check out some of the stuff that I've been sharing in the community. There's some links. You have to click on the picture to find the link, because I didn't want to just keep sharing a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I could set up a playlist with a bunch of spiritual stuff in it that's not my stuff. It's just stuff that I learned, but maybe I'll do that. I'm not really sure. But anyway, thanks for watching. I know I showed up for like an hour and a half today. Wow. that's mommy kind of taking a break. Like, just chill, girl. Stop working on the heavy stuff. Stop doing the trainings. Take a day off. And I'm still working. I'm working on some really cool stuff. So hopefully I'm going to keep working on the stuff until I can get it sent off to the printer. I have decks coming. I did a sample order, so I have 8 new decks coming. They should be coming in 2 days. And when I get those, I'll share those. And I think I have to make videos and share them, each deck separately. because I do want to create a website that is like really pretty, and each one is going to have like, I want to feature my decks. Each one, I feel that each one of them deserves to be featured properly, to its fullest extent. And that's 22 decks. So rather than making like weekly little videos and stuff, I think just making one super cool, not super cool video, but just one longer video to go through the deck is all I need. Because I'm not a reader. I don't want to be a reader. But I think that's enough. That feels like a good balance. All right. That's it. Peace.